So Mark, we're talking today on the news on the back of Manager Jon McCarthy departing the football club. I'm sure it's been a very emotional day down here at the Swans Way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the first thing to say. It's been a really, really difficult day for everybody involved. There's been lots of tears around the offices today as we said goodbye to Jon, because above all else, this is a really decent man and a guy who's given everything he possibly can to the football club, being completely committed. His work ethic's been fantastic. And so it's with a really heavy heart that we had to do what we had to do today, and so our thoughts are very much with him today, and as I say, lots of very sad people around the place.
Absolutely a very sad day, but do you think this decision obviously is one that was required, and it took yourself and the board to come to this decision?
I think it's important to emphasise it's a board decision, and there's been lots of kind of stuff out there in terms of the board and the strength of the board and the ability to make decisions. And I'm really proud of the way the board has acted over the last few weeks, and it's credit to them. They've been professional, they've been patient, they've given things the best possible chance of improvement. So we ended last season with obviously the legacy of the home form in particular, with the results not having gone well, but made the decision in the summer to back Jon and back him in his recruitment, so essentially a clean slate at that point. But we knew that the first 10 games of this season were going to be really important, and so when things didn't or started not to materialise in the way that we'd hoped, with all of the positive feeling there was around the place at the end of the summer, over the last 2 or 3 weeks there have been lots of conversations about appropriate timescales and the right thing to do, and ultimately obviously that's ended up where we are, but it's a board decision and everybody's got behind that and deal with it in the appropriate fashion, and most importantly in today is deal with it in a decent fashion as far as Jon's concerned.
An emotional day, but of course the ruthlessness of the footballing industry means that you move on quickly and look for a recruitment process to be put in place.
Yeah, it's important that we act as professionally in that as we have over the last few weeks. So it's about not reacting to each individual twist and turn of emotion or individual result. It's about taking the thing as a whole. And going forward, it's important that as a board we're going to be sitting down very shortly to establish the exact criteria of what we're looking for. But in terms of timescales, we very much want to act as quickly as we possibly can. So that means that there's an advert that's gone out with a deadline of this time next week for applications. We'll consider those and shortlist them with a view to making an appointment prior to the Maidenhead game, and that again will be a board decision. And will be done in the correct fashion.
And moving on now to Saturday, Ebbsfleet, what would your message to the fans be ahead of that game here at the Swans Way Chester Stadium?
It's difficult to ask the fans for any more than they've given us already, really, because we keep going back to them and asking for their support and asking them to get behind us. So when we did a rallying call for the Macclesfield game, they turned up in their numbers and for 90 minutes got behind the team, and obviously there was an expression of disappointment at the end of that, and reserve or protect their right to do that. But now this tough decision's been made, then it's another rallying call. Without being boring about it, we need them more than ever. So the players need them to get behind them to try and reverse the hoodoo at home. And similarly with Tom taking the team with the help of the other guys, then we really need everybody to get behind the backroom staff and the team and show what the club's about by getting behind the team on Saturday.